Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the PXTOYS 9300 platform and what's the best way to update it, whether you're looking for performance, speed, torque, whatever, or if you just want a low-cost setup. I just want to talk about my two over here that I've had. I've had them for about a year now, and I've had a ton of broken parts on them, manufactured my own pieces, but mainly, we want to talk about the electrical setups that I have on these two. You can see there's two different motors, two very, very different ESCs. Let's get into it. So, we're going to call this number 1, this number 2, not for any particular reason other than just identification. Alright, so on this PXTOYS 9300, I'm running a brushless 2040 motor here, and I believe this one's 4480 kV. And this is just a 25 amp random ESC, nothing special. Just running it off these regular 2S LiPo cells. And I'll be using the same cells in the speed test that I do later. This one here is a little bit of a different setup. So this motor is 2430 for model number 2. This ESC, however, and I'm always curious if this one's going to make a difference, just having a bigger, or just a bigger ESC with a higher amperage resistance. But this is a 45 amp, and that one came off of a random 540 brushless can that I bought. It kept on cutting out on the 540, but on this one, it's been perfect. No cutouts. Otherwise, you can tell the small differences, such as the tires, the spoilers in the back. All that is a little bit different. I'm not going to go too much into that. Set yours up however you like. This is the motor that is on number 1. Alright, this is the J-Shade brushless RC motor. Yeah, so I had it right. 2440 for the can size, and then 4480 on the KV 4-pole. The weird thing is when you actually take this motor and you like twist the spindle here, motor shaft, the compression, it's not really compression, right? Whatever, the magnetism between the poles, the motor poles, it's really tight. It is much more firm and clicky than the other motor. However, by eyeballing them on their top speeds, they do seem very similar, so to a similar result. And then on unit number 2, I'm running the 2435 with a 4500 kV brushless motor on this. So it's funny actually. So it looks like I got that ESC that I'm using on model number 1 with that motor while using a different ESC with this motor. So yeah. So let's give these a on-road speed run and see how they do. This is an older GPS, but it's a cheap GPS. You'll probably see a ton of reviews on this Malon. That's what I'm gonna call it. This Malon GPS right here is meant for bicycles, since it has like this kind of bicycle handlebar shaped curvature to the mounting arm here, arm, base, whatever. So that is what we'll be using to speed test both of these today and see which setup is the superior one. Alright, now I'm here in the great outdoors parking lot. And I have these two. So, it's about time we do that speed run. Alright, so it's on. I'm going to turn this on first initially because I think it takes a little bit of time to find the GPS. There we go, we got the beep. I think it's locked in if I were to just pick it up right now. No, it's not. Oh no, there it is. Alright, yeah, so just from that little lap around, you can see it does take a couple seconds for the GPS to notice I'm moving, and that's on max setting, but yeah, so it takes a couple seconds. And I'm just walking around right now to register. So yeah, it looks like we'll have to hit top speed for at least a couple seconds to be on the safe side. And then secondly, it's really put the switch in a really annoying spot because it got kind of tight in there, but you know, the other thing is it doesn't always turn on. There we go. Alright, we live. Now, I'm not really sure how good I am at this whole one-handed operation thing, but let's give it a whirl. And there's alright. Get a straight run here. So I have the PXTOYS 144001 tires on this, which means which means that when I turn it, it wants to flip over. These tires are nice. It'll wheelie. It'll wheelie. Oh, wheelie better than I've seen in the past. Woo. Oh. There we go. Poor GPS. Alright, well, let's just bring it in and see how it did. So, I'm walking over to my cat. Let's see. All right, 30.5 miles per hour. Not bad. We're gonna just erase that. I don't know. Probably good. Here, keep on. You know, I don't know if I'm, for the rest of my lifetime of owning this product, I'm gonna have to do that walking thing, because I actually don't know when it's actively recording and when it's not. You know, so it's only saying 2.1 megahertz in the average. I think it's speed testing or recording or whatever right now. Oh, that's smooth. Alright, well, battery on my phone died. So we are back here, same lot, different time, same video. Alright, so now I have switched everything over to this RC. Turn this one on. So I'm using a different receiver on this. I'm using the CT400. This wing keeps falling off, so I'll be flapping around. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, let's see how this one stacks up. This is, I believe this was car number 1, but it's going up number 2 on the speed test. Alright. I was a little bit nervous with this one-handed operation business. The other one, yeah, I think I did 30.9 or something like that. Can't remember. See how this one stacks up a bit. Oh no. Well, that's why I can't do high-speed runs with those cheaper controllers here. Oh, can't really even blame it on the control. I'm just not good with one-handed operation yet. And the videotaping at the same time. But this thing is KO'd. But I think I still got the speed out of it. Let's see. All right, so I was able to get exactly 30 miles per hour. I'm not sure what was going on there, because it was really pulling to one direction when I punched the throttle. I definitely should have eased into that more. But all right, there's what it is. There we go. Dead. And kick kicker is when I got back into the car, I realized, I don't know when I did this, but looks like I broke this one too. This one broke from in here. Yeah, I have putty all over these cars, and they usually do a pretty good job, and it did do a pretty good job, I suppose. I had it there for a while, but looks like I just couldn't handle the side flips with the extra weight of the GPS on the top, and these tires being a little bit larger, it just toppled. So yeah, all in all, I'm a little bummed. Look at this, both broke of them. Both broke of them. Broke both of them. Look at this. Yeah, well, all in all, RC1, RC2, PXTOYS 9300. I don't really regret too much in the sense that at least I was able to on video get both of these in their top speed. I was definitely able to get full throttle on this one and this one, so I feel pretty confident in the top speed readings. Yeah, I mean, they're ballpark pretty much the same speed. This one was half a mile an hour faster at 30.5 miles per hour. This was exactly 30 miles per hour on the dot. I will say though, the characteristics are just a smidge different. I believe this one has more torque in it, and this one, I believe if they had the same size of wheels, that this one would be just a smidge bit faster. I think the RPM on this kind of slimmer motor here, slimmer but longer motor here, I do believe the RPMs are of a higher capability than this, but this one clearly has more torque because this one I've never been able to wheelie even with these slightly smaller wheels. These are 2.5 inches, but with these PXTOYS wheels, which are 2.7-ish inches, this is able to do a wheelie. So, I mean, this should be not helping out the torque of the motor, so I'm more than impressed. I would actually say, all in all, this is the better motor. So, but make your own decision.